Alright, welcome back to the channel. Got a pretty special video today. That heavy breathing is not me, that is actually my dog being a pain in the ass. A special video today because this is the first time that I've actually accomplished what occurs in this video. And, I don't know, probably had a dozen close games where I almost accomplished it. So, anyways, I'll leave it at that and tell you what's going on. So, it's basically standard battle. The worst mode in the game, in my opinion. I cannot stand this game mode. People play either super passive or they play ridiculously aggressive and push in when they don't need to. So basically I tell my teammates that I'm going to scout this flank, and I head down the west side of the map and basically ask, beg, plead for them to focus radar. Another thing that very rarely happens in this game. Asking the Des Moines, who's a pretty good player, where he's going, if he wants smoke, or if he's going to the island. He tells me he's going to the island, so I kind of just proceed on south, and radio location picks up something. So instead of pushing headfirst into it, I back off a little bit, angle out. Guesses it's a DD in between me and them, and a couple things I don't want, and all of a sudden we get smoke. So obviously there was a DD there, but I didn't want the DD to A, spot me and get me focused down, or B, spot my torps as they came in. It does look like the DD dropped smoke and then left, and I'm gonna basically put a full salvo of torpedoes, my entire wad. I'm going to shoot my entire load into that smoke and see if maybe I can get lucky and get a ship. Unfortunately for me, the Hindenburg stays bowing, and I think that's going to work out for him, as it's pretty hard to get like a devastating strike or any severe massive damage on a bowing ship. If it had been a battleship, he probably could have still squeezed through one of those gaps. But I do manage to land one torpedo right on the nose of the Hindenburg, so that's pretty good. A little bit of flooding, and it looks like he burned his damage control. And it looks like somebody got a big chunk of him. I'm not sure who that was, but our gearing managed to get torped, so that's not really great. I don't get it. Here come some torpedoes that ran a little bit short, which is interesting. I didn't really think about it during the game, but that was kind of peculiar that they ran up short. Most people tend to run longer range torpedoes. And here we go, basically bumping into the enemy Shima, who I'm going to put some HE on. Turn out. Also going to fire one set of torps. And I am not firing these even close to the production line because I don't expect him to continue on straight at full speed. Unfortunately, I've lost about half my health, so I'm going to kite out or turn out and basically smoke up and get my last salvo off. And I managed to finish the Shima off, and would have got him with torps anyways, it looks like. I doubt he would have avoided those. So, yeah. At this point, our team's got a couple ship advantage. They've lost 2 DDs and a cruiser, and we've lost just that gearing. So we've got a nice little advantage here, and this is usually where teams go wrong. Yeah, they got a nice lead, and then they kind of throw it away. So we'll see how this pans out. You can see that we have a very low health Montana. Our Des Moines is about 50% health. I don't know if he has a kill. Yes, he does. He looks like he does have a kill already. So, and then you also notice that, yeah, it's the Montana and the Des Moines that are pretty low. But I'm going to start moving in now and see if I can spot some of these other guys. You can hear my dog breathing in the background. He believes he has located a missing bone under a piece of furniture. So he's got his nose wedged under there, sniffing around. So hopefully he won't be too annoying during this video, but either way, he is my dog. And just like that, we lose the Montana. And somebody else went down. One of the cruisers went down. I didn't see which one it was. So just like that, the enemy team has the advantage. And, yeah. I don't know what's been going on lately, but I've probably had a half dozen games where we had basically an advantage and both a ship and a cap advantage lately, and the team basically threw the entire game. I was having a hard time reading this Montana. It looked like he was going really, really slow, maybe even coming to a stop. So I put a set of torps on him, and then I fired another set in there. It did look like he was going to continue to slow down and maybe even stop. So, kind of weird behavior, but yeah, we'll see what happens. You never know. And at this point, those torps really look pretty decent. Yeah, those torps look good. And ooh, somebody just smoked him up. That might work out. Oh, how sweet was that? We got 4 torpedo hits. And managed to take out the Curing and the Montana in a double strike. Wow. I typed in chat perfect. Like you couldn't plan that. I didn't know that DD was gonna smoke up that battleship, but yeah, that worked out good. Yeah. And we got a Worcester pushing in on us, which is not good. I've called him out, and for whatever reason, he goes broadside to that Des Moines, and man, did he fucking pay the price. Yep. Des Moines takes him out. I believe that's the Des Moines' second kill. It is. So right now, we have all but 1 kill between me and him. Not too shabby, but yeah. He's got a good location on that island. I'm glad he pushed up and he didn't head back to the middle of the map or what have you. At this point, I tell him I've got smoke. What I'd like to do is smoke him up at the corner and then head out and spot for him, and he can potentially farm some damage off these guys while I get into a better position to do another torp run. So I basically punched my speed boost to A, get there quicker, and B, allow this smoke to be the longest trail that I can make based on the speed that I'm going and the time that I have to spend smoke. So we're just gonna push forward, and hopefully I know his smoke firing range or smoke detection range. Firing range in smoke is like 8 point something kilometers. And these guys are both over 10, so this might actually work out pretty good for him. So we start dropping it, and my goal is to get to the edge of this island so he can't be detected. And I think I made it just about. Yeah, I made it pretty much to the corner of the island. So he should be good. Doesn't appear there's anybody just east of my position, so I don't think anybody's going to be able to spot him. And you can see he's already started farming and started hitting these guys with HE. They are probably about 10 kilometers away from him and moving out, so he's got a little bit to work those guys. We've got a pretty good advantage right now. I'm not gonna lie and pretend this was a close game, because as you can see, we got a good 3 or 4 ship advantage right now, despite our team's kind of earlier battle where we lost a couple ships back to back early on that we didn't really need to lose. People just don't know. I guess we're all guilty of it. People just don't know when to back off and pop a heel and take a deep breath sometimes. They just feel like they just got to keep fighting and fighting and fighting, even if it's going to cost them a ship that would be more valuable to us later in the game. But so put a torp spread off on these guys. I don't have high hopes for these torps, only because of the angle and the fact that these ships are actually going away from me. Something I generally don't recommend, encourage, or promote, but you never know. These guys might slow down, turn in, and the only reason I say that is because I did enter the cap, and at this point they have a decision to make, which is just to sail on like nothing's going on, which they might do, or turn around and go defend their cap. It does appear that they are somewhat turning in, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell. Nope, one of them's definitely turning in, and the other one's turning out, trying to avoid these torps, but he managed to take one in the hiney. And we got a little bit of flooding, but he appeared to use his damage control. And, excuse me. Now the other Kerfurst is pushing in, and he is in pretty good shape. He's pretty much full health. Sorry about that. Dog got under my desk. Pookie down. Thank you. And so, yeah, that's a pretty good salvo of torps on that Kerfurst, and he's going to take a couple of those, I would guess. Maybe 3. 3 torp hits and no flooding. Would you believe that? At this point, I'm going to smoke up, but I got to be pretty careful because he's got Hydro that can reach out and touch me, and I don't want to. It's kind of at this point that I notice that the other Kerfurst is almost dead. And I know my torps are going to be pretty decent, so I take a shot on the Kerfurst, and my torps hit the second Kerfurst. And I get my first double strike, which I've probably had 6 games, 8 games where I've come close to doing that. And just missed it by a few seconds. And 12 torpedo hits, a double strike, and a Kraken. Pretty good game. Base XP was 2336. The Des Moines was second with 2184. And our Henry was in third with 1718. So pretty good game for me. Good 12 solid torp hits. And yeah, we definitely took care of our flank and moved on and helped the team to victory. So 71,000 in spotting damage, a little bit of flooding, not a lot, but 151,000 in just torp hits, 173 total. So pretty good game. Sunk 5 ships and only engaged 2 other ships. One got a torp hit and one got no damage as he went down to the Des Moines. So base XP of 2336 translated to about 15,000 Captain XP, Elite Captain XP, and 257,000 credits. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.